As I mentioned, the neocortex is split into two distinct hemispheres. The following isn't intended to be an in-depth discussion of the particularities of neuroscience, but more of a generalization and symbolic representation of the specific functions of each of the hemispheres. The left part of the brain archetypically is referred to as the masculine hemisphere, and can be described loosely as governing the intellect. It's represented within occult symbology as the solar aspect. In general, the left hemisphere of the brain is what governs logic, analytical thought, and scientific and mathematical thinking. This part of the brain is responsible for linear thought processes, breaking down components and objects into smaller forms, and carefully analyzing the pieces. The right part of the brain archetypically is referred to as the feminine hemisphere, and can be described as governing intuition. The feminine part of the brain is represented in occult symbology as the lunar aspect. The right hemisphere of the brain governs and facilitates creativity, holistic thinking, emotional dynamics, nurturing, care, and compassion. This part of the brain allows us to see the big picture and see situations, problems, and circumstances from other perspectives. Importantly, this part of the brain also processes pattern recognition. There is a discussion within the mystery schools regarding the building of the Temple of Solomon, which, when we break down symbolically with this knowledge, represents the building and cultivation of the mind. The word Solomon can be broken down as follows: Sol, which is Latin for sun or the solar aspect. The second element, Mon, refers to the moon or the lunar aspect. The two parts, Sol and Mon, represent the two hemispheres and are joined together by the letter O, representing the corpus callosum, the bridge of nerve fibers and neurons that connect the right and left cerebral hemispheres. Freemasonry depicts the solar and lunar pillars within their symbolism and tracing boards. Those who can read the occult symbolic meaning will understand the necessity to cultivate and build up both pillars, representing the two sides of the brain, to prevent hemispheric imbalance and the distorted thinking that may come from this.